Hello.
Hey.
Guys, you got a bit of drinks here? Or?
Oh yeah, do you want another one?
I'm not quite ready for another one just yet. I will have another one.
Yeah, two.
Actually, yeah, we'll get two of the same.
2 pints. Yeah, two of the same. Yeah.
One for me.
Nice one, mate.
Thank you, mate.
So we're in the pub. We've come up with a great idea where we're playing each other tunes whilst just nursing some drinks, and we've written down some categories of tunes, and we're rolling a dice, and whatever that category is, whoever's rolled the dice has to play a tune that fits in with whatever the category is, and then we're gonna have a little chat about it. Then it goes over to the next guy, and we've got the working title for this little show is of Dyson Men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hoovers. Hoover men.
Hoover Men.
The Hoover men.
So once, got 3. 5, number 8. Okay, what's number 8?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
What is number 8? That is Modern Love. Ooh. Oh, okay, so Modern Love, that's something newish.
Modern Lovers.
Right, let's have a look. What have we got? Okay. Oh, here we are. Right. Here we go. This is Trauma Phase with a track called Withdrawal. real spider in a top hat kind of vibe to it, hasn't it? That one.
I was going to ask, what do you like about that? What's
I like the fact that it sounds like the kind of music a big filthy spider in a top hat would kind of skank along to. But I'll tell you where I heard it first is it was at Wraith Online, that club which at the very beginning of lockdown they were meant to be doing a live club in Electroworks, I think it was. But it got obviously everyone had to cancel their shows, and they did an online version of the night. Really good, loads of performance art. Palmer Ham DJ'd, Salvia did like a performance art piece, and then a DJ called Less Than Human started the night. And
what sort of stuff is that? What genre would you say that night is?
It's kind of like I guess EBM sort of goth. As if they play a lot of some old stuff, but quite a lot of that sort of borderline techno, sort of kind of gothy vocals. But Less Than Human played that track, and I absolutely loved it. I recorded it, and I got in touch with them and was like, "What is this?" And they sent me the entire set list, and they told me what it was, and I was like,
wow.
"Brilliant!" I was loving it. Like, they got back straight away. They're really chuffed. And I got in touch, and I was obviously taking an interest in what that particular one was, and I found it on Bandcamp, and I ended up picking up loads of tracks from Less Than Human set. And that was a real standout for me.
What's that out on? Do you know what the label that is?
What is it? It's off an EP called The Origin of Social Disabilities. But I'd have to go into Bandcamp to find out what the label was. But we'll put it in the notes, and we'll put it in the show notes, because it's a good one.
Yeah, that's great. Really like that.
Yeah, awesome. Right, do you want to roll the dice?
Let's roll the dice.
Okay. 1.
1.
1.
It's not good, is it? Is it? It's not
good. It's probably. It's actually. Is that the best? Is that one that's good or is it?
Might be the best one.
Yeah. Snake eyes.
Another one. 1 and 1 is 2.
So 2.
Do you remember that tune? 1 and 1. Robert Miles. Was that? Did he do a tune called 1 and 1?
Be as one? No, that was
1 and 1 is 2.
I don't remember that.
Right, okay. No. Anyway, so 1 and 1. What is the
number 2? Let's go back to the notes. Trance Classic.
Trance Classic. I've been looking forward to playing one of these, actually. Okay.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Let me see. Let me have a look. Have a dig through the bag, the record bag.
Get your bag out.
Do you know this? You must know this. I can't. This is The Secret Wish by Boccaccio Life. Do you know it? Do you remember it?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Boccaccio Life. Yeah, that was I had that on a Ministry of Sound. It was Judge Jules and Sonique. 1999. It was on the Judge Jules.
That was on loads of.
Yeah.
That was on loads of mixes.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Brilliant, love that.
Yeah. I used to
Great
wonder what
vocal.
that was. What do you think? Is it a vocal that's been? It's a vocal that's been sampled or something.
Yeah, I love that. What is Boccaccio? Is that like a type of ham?
It's a type of bread, isn't it?
It's some kind of food, isn't
fancy
it?
bread.
It's some kind of trance food. Yeah.
But no, I don't.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
What an absolute banger that. I love the simplicity of their stuff from that time. Wasn't too much messing about. Like a good riff.
It's
kind of
fast as well, isn't it? It's like
there was something quite punk about
I really like that underneath.
that era of trance. There's something kind of quite punk about it. It was really kind of simple, like sort of quite abrasive sounds.
But everything worked in those tunes.
Yeah.
Like
It's no chaff really. It's just it's like there's a bit of a formula there, which I guess at the time was fairly newish, the kind of sort of the drum rolls and the kind of little cut up samples and things. But
where did that sit for you within trance as a genre? Because to me it's actually quite hard. It's funny when I was picking it then, when I was thinking back, what will I play? I don't remember it as quite as hard as it actually is.
Yeah.
That original mix is pretty full on.
Well, back then there was kind of a few different. That was what I would kind of class there was DJs like Tall Paul, Judge Jules, John Kelly, who would play a slightly hard house version of trance. It was a lot less about the kind of big euphoric breakdowns. They just play some of that stuff at the end, but a large portion of their sets would be almost borderline house, hard house, a bit sort of ravier. And I really like that sound. It's a bit of a lost sound in a lot of ways.
I really liked that. I was in I think I was living in Leeds when I first heard this, and I've got to say I did go for the slightly harder end of trance at that point.
Kind of sort of houseier grooves still, like houseier grooves and like sort of straight up hard house, the kind of sort of Fergie BK. It wasn't really sort of like that. It was almost kind of sort of the grooves were like sort of more shuffling housey, but with that kind of that sort of cheekier, naughtier kind of like sort of riff in there.
Yeah, no, I do know what you mean.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Breakdown, that's brilliant as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
That big, sort of lush breakdown. Yeah.
Excellent. Great choice. Right then, okay. Gives the dice.
There you go.
Right. Okay. First one. 1. It's a loaded dice. And next one. 2. Oh, right, okay, so that is another trance classic. I'm starting to see a bit of...
We're quite low numbers, aren't we?
I'm getting quite low numbers.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think there might be a slight flaw in this plan, but right, trance classic. Let me get my bag out. Okay. Right, I know what I'm going with. It's a track I've been listening to quite a lot recently. Again. Right, okay, so this is an old track off Whoop Records.
What are you playing?
I'm playing a track by Dominion, which a lot of people, I think they're probably the most famous track is Lost Without You. But this is, this is a pretty big tune at the time. Which had a remix actually by our good friend and bandmate Rich.
Did he? Right.
He did, but I'm not going to play his remix. I'm going to play the original here. Although it's a great remix that Rich did, but I'm going to play the original because that's what I've got here in my bag. I actually haven't got his remix here, but this is 11 Hours by Dominion. tune. So that was 11 Hours by Dominion, and it's Nigel Dawson.
I was going to say, I love Lost Without You, and that's got a similar.
It might be the same vocalist actually. Is it Lillian?
Who is it? So who was Dominion?
Dominion was Nigel Dawson. He was the producer. And
Nigel Lawson.
Nigella Lawson. Nigel Dawson. Actually, he's very much responsible. Him and Ian Ossia for actually getting me into trance in the first place, because I was working at Virgin Megastores in Peterborough. And I think it might have been they used to have Virgin Radio, or like, so it was like there was like an in-store radio thing, and there was like a compilation of the week, and they were playing stuff from the Renaissance compilation that Nigel Dawson and Ian Ossia mixed. They had a disc each, and it had all stuff like Air, Albion. It had Sunscreen, Perfect Motion on there. It had a Dominion track. I think it was Lost Without You. That famous one we were talking about. And I was like, oh my, this is what I've been looking for, like electronic music wise. That kind of like.
What year was that? What year did that come out?
That's 1990. Ooh, let's just look that up. Actually, I think it was 98. Oh, actually, it says it was 2000 actually. But it was, I think, Lost Without You came out in 1998.
Yeah, it was a bit early, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I remember getting that. I remember that getting that compilation. Just going back to that briefly, like that compilation, it just like definitely sent me on a whole new path of electronic stuff. I knew I wanted to hear more of that melodic, very kind of sort of melancholic, sort of wistful style of trance and progressive. So yeah, great, absolutely love that. And what are we going to look at? We're going to look at what Boccaccio was, weren't we?
Yeah. So the previous track we played was Boccaccio Life, wasn't it?
So Giovanni Boccaccio was an Italian writer, poet, correspondent of Petrarch, an important Renaissance humanist. That's a bit of a funny little sync there, isn't it? Yeah, he was a Renaissance humanist. Just talking about Renaissance compilation. I guess that's probably where it's come from then, isn't it? Boccaccio life. Maybe it's like a reference to Giovanni Boccaccio. Not ham or bread.
No, which shows our ignorance there.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so it's me next.
All right.
3.
Ooh, 3. Right, okay, and again.
Again. And another 3.
33.
3 and 3.
Ooh, what a
6.
number. Powerful
So what's
number.
6?
6 is
Vintage goth.
goth. Right.
Okay.
All right, okay, what are you thinking? All sorts of places you could go with this.
I'm going to go with an absolute classic. Just Like Heaven by The Cure.
Ooh.
Do you like that one?
I love that one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
great tune. And there was a good cover by Dinosaur Jr. actually of this tune.
Was there?
Yeah.
I've not heard that.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Oh, perhaps we'll.
And I think did Deftones cover it as well? Was that the Cure song they covered?
They did cover The Cure. I don't know if it was that.
Well, should we play the original anyway? We can have a little chat about
Yeah.
it after. Right. Awesome. Okay, let's get it on. tune.
Fantastic tune, that.
Yeah. Did you see the Cure's Glastonbury show they did? When they did it, it was the I think it was last year.
I've seen the Cure twice. Been lucky enough to see them twice. Once at Festival, which would have been a good 10 years ago at least, and they were amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Festival at that point was on the Isle of Wight.
I've been to one on the Isle of Wight. I saw the Pet Shop Boys on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
They were a good festival band. I mean, I think any band with like big catalogues like The Cure and the Pet Shop Boys, they always translate really well at headlining.
Yeah,
those kind of things. But yeah, I thought The Cure's Glastonbury set was absolutely fun. I mean, I hadn't seen them. I've never seen The Cure live, but I watched that and thought they were just such a great set. They got such an amazing catalogue. But yeah, so what is it about? What made you opt for that one?
What I love about that, and what I do also, not to be too grand, but what I try to bring to the Federation sound is actually the way the guitars work in The Cure.
I thought you were going to say a bit of heaven. You do bring a little bit of heaven.
Well, that comes naturally, but the chiming guitars that run throughout a lot of Cure tunes, I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And I personally think that really works well over a kind of a more trance tune, actually.
Brilliant, great choice, great way to start the this little show. Shall I roll the dice?
Your turn to roll.
Okay. Right. Oh,
dice 1. Hole in 1.
Oh, it's fallen off the table. Hang on a minute. Let me go in.
A hole in 1.
Oh, a 6. A 6.
Is it,
right.
Oh, it's a 6. All right, got another roll.
And a 3.
A 3.
So that's 9.
That's 9.
So what we got on the it's dawned on us that we could end up getting this. We could potentially end up getting the same number over and over again.
That is kind of how a dice works, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like I can't believe that actually only just occurred to us. This kind of massive flaw. So what we've done now, because otherwise it just ended up being a vintage goth show, or whatever, or whatever category we keep getting. But what we've done now is we've borrowed a little pad from behind the bar and a pen, and we've written down numbers 1 to 10, and screwed them up, fold them up, and now we're going to mix them all up, and I'm going to pick one at random. So right,
hang on. Well, I think you've got to. So we've got, because we're in COVID times.
Yeah.
Ben's going to put his face mask over his eyes, and I'm going to jumble these numbers up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can hear this, but. That's they're jumbled.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got your blindfold on.
Got my blindfold on. Right.
I'll guide your hand over the paper. Right. Pick one. That's it.
Okay. Right.
And take your mask off now.
Yeah.
Your
nice
eye mask.
Cheers, mate. Number 5.
Number 5. Bang in the middle.
5.
Okay.
Let's have a look. 80s. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of places I can go with this. Let's have a look. So 80s.
Are you going to go for early 80s or late 80s?
Yeah, or the 1880s.
1880s, yeah.
84.
1984.
Could be a good one.
Just not going to play that one then.
I might do. But then I'm just kind of.
It will be more interesting if you play something.
It will be more interesting if I play something. Okay, I'm going to put it on. This is The Sound, with a track called Winning. was The Sound with Winning, a band who I didn't really know a huge amount about. I knew that track. I heard that track a long time ago, and the other morning I was finishing a night shift and it came on, and I sent it to you, didn't I? I was like, what a tune! And it was actually one we were thinking of potentially covering, and we might do at some point. But yeah, I love the lyrics. Like, it's a really.
Where are they from? The Sound? They're London based, actually.
South London.
I've just remembered they're London based. So they were London based, I should
South
say.
London, yeah. But I mean, I love that. Like, it's a very underrated band. I mean, I don't know a huge amount about them. But yeah, love that tune. So the lyrics really, just that kind of, I was going to drown, then I started swimming. Like, it's really triumphant. There's a great live performance on YouTube where where he really seems like he really means every word. And
Adrian Borland,
yeah,
he's the lead singer songwriter in The Sound. Actually, do you know what happened with Adrian?
No.
It's a tragic story, but he was fantastic songwriter. Obviously, The Sound as a band, I think, were a little underappreciated in their time. And I think he went on to do a lot of songwriting and production for other quite big acts towards the end of the 80s and the early 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly when, but I think, tragically, he committed suicide.
No way.
He struggled with, I think he had mental health challenges as the years went on. But there's a depth to his songwriting that's really beautiful, but you can hear in it, can't you?
It's really tragic, especially in light of the lyrics on Winning as well. Like, cause obviously you can hear this, like there was some kind of struggle with that. You know, he was going down, then he started winning, and it's like, somebody who's obviously overcome some kind of it sounds like someone who's got struggling with depression or something, and they've kind of like conquered it, and they kind of like.
And it's one of those things. I think he, in the industry and amongst other fellow musicians, he was very much revered as a very talented songwriter, but perhaps was chasing that more commercial breakthrough, which unfortunately never really happened for them.
That's a shame. Great tune. And from the album From the Lion's Mouth, which was 1981, so the very beginning of the 80s, that one.
Yeah, highly recommend checking that out. Actually,
good stuff. Right then, so your turn to pick the paper. When that baby stopped crying, you can.
I've had a word. Right, I'll put on my mask. Right. Okay, what's this? Ooh. Hang on.
Two. Okay, maybe we should have taken the ones out we'd already done already. Okay, so to pick again. What is it with the ones and twos?
I tell you, with such low scores.
Seven. That's more like it.
I think we've done that one.
Right, number 7. It's Dad's collection.
Oh, do you know what? I shouldn't laugh. I have actually got... and I've been listening to this recently.
Yeah.
And I remember, obviously, this is a track from the 60s, and I do remember my dad playing it, even though he always loved what was current. But this tune has such a vibe.
Yeah.
And to be honest, sometimes when people talk to me about this band, the name of this band is the Moody Blues, and you're probably thinking, oh, what?
Get with it, Dave.
Yeah, don't. They're going to be rubbish. but they're not. And this tune has, in a way, the breakdowns that you get in amazing trance and dance records have a lot to do with parts of these sorts of old records where people just. Can you come?
I don't think that baby doesn't like the Moody Blues.
But yeah, no, get your head around this. This is such a good tune. This is called Nights in White Satin. And actually, a nice little link to me talking about being at Festival years ago on the Isle of Wight. I've got a feeling that this tune might have been written about... It was certainly played at the Isle of Wight Festival in 1970. That famous festival where Jimi Hendrix played his last gig.
Yeah.
Let's give this a whirl.
Okay.
Brilliant tune.
Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I'd always missed with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore. 'Cause 'cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Gazing at people, some hand in hand, just what I'm going through, they can understand. Some try to tell me thoughts they cannot defend, just what you want to be, you will be in the end. And I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. In white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Beauty I've always missed with these eyes before. Just what the truth is, I can't say anymore, 'cause I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I
Beautiful. I love that.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
My dad's a big fan of that one as well, actually. I think both my mum and dad are big fans of that, because I remember that being played in my
It has
my
that.
youth.
It has that sort of melancholy, otherworldly feeling to it. Some of those voices and the string section. Just looking at the cover here, I think it's actually there's orchestra as part of the recording, which you know gives it that. Certainly has that epic feel.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, it's definitely got that. So I look for in a lot of different music. Certainly, I look for in dance music that kind of quite heavy, wistful.
It is heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
When people talk about when they say something's heavy,
very kind of ethereal. Yeah, I love that. Great choice.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's a good one in my opinion.